going down? We up here, Dash Radio, on this beautiful California day. The whole Dash office, by the way, right now looks like a black market takeover with Rick Ross. We got the Bel Air, we got posters, we got bigger than life-size cutouts, we got Wingstop. Welcome to the building, man. You feeling at home?
Much love, much love. I most definitely feel the love. I love to see the Skee empire continue to grow. It's being built in a most definitely honorable manner, and you know, it's good to see family blossom.
I appreciate it, man. It's funny. We go back. I remember telling you the idea that what we were going to do with Dash, and now we're here 3 million listeners later. It's crazy. It all comes full circle. Same with your plans, too. I remember you telling me everything you're going to do, and it just keeps, you know, amassing to a bigger and bigger level, man. How do you
we just keep growing, man. You know, I think our era, we was really inspired by the greatest era and the purest era of the culture.
Yeah.
I think that was our cheat code, you know what I'm saying? And what separates us from the norm is, you know, our love, passion, and desire to really, you know, take it to that next level.
Yeah, and it seems like you're so motivated, even at achieving these levels of success. It seems like you're never letting up with your different ventures, with all that you're doing. What's your mentality in terms of staying? You know, I mean, dude, you got like the biggest house in the history of the world, and you're still going at it. How do you stay motivated and focused? Because a lot of people, once they hit that success, they get comfortable and
you
start
know,
chilling.
And you know, like I say, man, I think it's really just you know the love of the game. You know, watching. You know, when you watch Straight Outta Compton, for example, you know, I watched it a lot later because I refused to watch the bootleg, and I was on home confinement, so I couldn't go to the movies. So I just watched it for the 5th time maybe a week ago. You know what I'm saying?
Break down all the businesses for people that may not be familiar. I mean, I'm sure most people are, but what all do you have your hands in right now, at least as a public-facing figure? I mean,
you know, or that we just naturally support. Most definitely, I want to salute DGK.
Yes.
KO.
Shout
you know,
to
that's
those
my
guys.
family. You
shout
know,
to my guy
Eli,
Stevie. I was just with him the other day.
Yeah, shout out Stevie, Eli, you know, the whole squad over there. You know what I mean? You know, I most definitely support DGK. That's family. Bel Air Rose, I most definitely support. You know, Wingstop. I own a few franchises of Wingstop. So, you know, we do that. M-Cigs, a vape company, as well as, you know, Maybach Music Group, the Untouchable Empire. And, you know, it's a few other things we do, but, you know, here and there, you know, we just hustling.
What haven't you done yet that you want to get into next? What ventures are there? Is there anything that you're approaching? You don't have to say, like, the name or whatever it is, but, like, what areas would Rozay love to conquer?
You know, I finally wrote my first film.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we finna get ready and start filming something.
So I see you were inspired by the NWA stuff, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I was inspired by that, most definitely. Just the way that was executed. Shout out my partner, F. Gary Gray. You know, he shot one of my videos, Super High, back in the day, so that's my family. And just to see it come together and, you know, just to see the commercial success as well, that's big for the culture and all the other legendary crews and groups and artists that had those special stories.
What's like the most difficult thing for you in terms of running a label? Because you aren't, a lot of rappers just have a label that's under them. You have legit artists and talent and all these things that are on their own, even if they're not just like, oh, that's his homeboy that came up. You have all this. How do you manage dealing with that success? And we all know all the things that have gone on. We don't need to talk about that. But how do you kind of keep everything running and keep your sanity with it too? Because this is one of my challenges. I just want to know your advice.
That's a real good question, man. I just make it do what it do. I'm going to keep it all the way real, you know what I mean? The love for the game, and everybody that I do business with know that, you know, we run a tight ship, and it's 1,000 over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anything that we do, we doing it ultimately for, you know, what we bring into the culture.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's for, you know, what's best for everybody as a team.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing my teammates know, that, you know, it's not just about a check with Rozay. We passed that.
Yeah.
You know, anything that ain't mine, I don't even want it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's enough with my name on it already that I'm trying to get. So I don't need nobody else's, you dig? But so any input or anything I come to the table with is just, you know, naturally about, you know, the music, the process, you know, us, you know, taking it to the next level, breaking barriers, you know, doing what we do.
For sure. And Black Market. So you got, hold on, I was reading the guest list on this. We all know about the single. I'm glad you got Scott Storch, by the way, for producing it.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Scott Storch, man. That's a beautiful thing for the homie to come back and shine bright.
He's out here. He's spent a lot of time in Miami. I think he's in LA right now doing a bunch of new stuff. How'd you get reconnected with him?
That was, I always say this story when it comes to Scott Storch. I was backstage. I remember doing a concert. This was my first concert I ever got $25K to perform in. You know what I'm saying? It's my first.
You were like, wow, man.
Oh, man, I was in a zone. You know
crazy,
what I'm
right?
So I went to the show early. I'm backstage early.
I'm going to put in work today.
Yeah, so I just remember seeing a triple black Maybach pull up. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know who it was. I just remember seeing a car saying, that's the car I'm going to buy. Once I'm all the way straight, and I'm finna walk out there, whoever car it is, I'm finna let me see this. So I walked out to the homie. He cracked the window. It's Scott Storch sitting in the back seat, and sitting next to him is another famous young lady. You know what I'm saying? He iced out. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember hollering at him just on some G talk, like, "Yo, I be riding by your crib. You got the big boat back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a boat one day, but until then, I need to take some pictures on that boat." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Come tomorrow." He said, "I may be asleep, but just let Freddie at the gate know I sent you." So the next morning, I had my album photo shoot. I brought 20 people there for real. And man, they opened the gates and let us get on the yacht. And I told them, I took it a step further. Come on, he said I could take it out. Let's go. Wow. So we went out and, so since then, I always had a special place for the homie. And, he always come through and check on me and play music for me. And right now, he on fire.
Yeah, he's killing it, coming back. He's clean. Shout to Scotty. And it's interesting, too, because that's kind of a metaphor for you. It seems like, a lot of people, I always say one of the biggest keys to success is taking advantage of opportunities when they're in front of you. A lot of people might not have done that. You move quick. I know how you get down in business. How important is that for other aspiring, not just rappers and entrepreneurs, but people trying to make it in the game of life? What would be your advice for them? Because you seem to, for me, I'm always like, look, you have to take advantage of those opportunities when they're there. If he says come down, show up the next one.
Yeah, and let's not stop second guessing yourself.
Yeah. Just do it, right?
Yeah. If this is what we've decided to do, let's just do it with full confidence. It's no other way around it. If it don't work the first time, we'll make it work the second time. So let's do it. It's easy.
We got Ricky Rozay up here. Black Market,
December 4th. Young Renzel.
So
the 8th opus.
So beyond, obviously, we talked about Scott. You got Chris on the single. You guys have gone back, but hold on, you got Nas, I think, on the next one. Yeah. Plus, I'm hearing, hold on, let me read this list. Future, John Legend, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, The Dream, DJ Premier, and CeeLo Green. That's a legendary lineup. I mean, on one end, DJ Premier, on the other end, Mariah and Mary, and the other end, like the new school, Future, Chris, and the other end, CeeLo, that kind of floats between all that. Wow.
Wow. What's funny to me is, I'm actually impressed that, a legend such as yourself, of course, I would expect to, see that and acknowledge that. But I'm starting to see other people that see the track listing. And at first, before even hearing the music, they understand, the vision and what was done here. You know what I mean? It was most definitely a lot of love and work put into this project and these records that are done with these with Mariah Carey. For me to even reach out to Mariah, it has to be something that I feel is going to be, when she hear this, she going to say, yo. And that's what she did. And she actually was on a movie set. And when she heard the record, she called me on break from the movie set and was like, yo, Rozay, whoa. I'm with this, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I love you, you dig?
Man, I cannot wait to bang this whole album front to back. Why the name Black Market? What's that represent?
I just felt like it it represented a lot of different things. Releasing Black Dollar, I felt I just wanted to represent the power of the streets, even though I'm finna put a project out that's free.
Yeah.
But we finna show the power of the streets.
And you're still putting out all these freestyles every week and stuff too, it seems like. You just don't let up with the music. It's like, does the studio still feel like home to you?
Oh, most definitely. Every time I get in the studio, I still feel like, everybody looking at me. Let me pop my collar and show them what I do, show them why I'm the biggest. I still got that passion and that love. But, going from Black Dollar, the only place you could cash the Black Dollar out at is on the black market. You know what I'm saying? So, dudes like us, we prosper best.
It all ties
on
in.
that black market, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no rules. So, by the time you get to the third record on the album, I feel everybody gonna understand what I was talking about, and they gonna let that go. Okay, let me just enjoy this music.
And with Black Dollar, you also had some big guests on there and a lot of big records. What made you kind of separate them? How do you choose when you're putting together, all right, this is Black Dollar, this is Black Market? How did you kind of do that?
You know, I just knew, you know, after getting off, you know, home confinement, or, you know, whatever the situation was, I knew the fans, and I was ready to put some music out. So I wanted to put out a body of work that was, you know, a respectable, you know, project. I knew it wouldn't be my best work, and Black Dollar was, you know, not my best work at all, but it was dope records. It was fun records, you know, records I did when I got out. First night I did 5, 6, couple joints the first night, and I just knocked out a bunch of records, and you know, I put this together while all the records I felt had the most meaning, you know, I sat to the side. Okay, this Black Market, this is gonna be for the bigger picture, and that's what I did. And on the tape, even though I had legends and icons such as Anthony Hamilton, you know, and so on and so forth. And those records are amazing to me. I still want to go back and shoot videos for those records. I just felt like it was time to, you know, give it to the fans. No yellow tape, and the bigger picture was gonna drop December 4th.
Did you see this list that came out yesterday from Billboard on their top 10 rappers of all time?
Wow.
I mean, hold on. There's some good talent in there, but to ignore so many people in there. What do you think of whatever you think of these lists? What's your reaction? Does it even matter? Like, do people care? People get really upset with it, but does it?
You know, it just takes away from the authenticity of the magazine.
And that was a magazine that had a lot of authenticity, and it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Well, it's supposed to. It has a name that's been respected, but as far as, you know, the employees and components behind these names change on a daily basis, and obviously whoever was behind that, you know, I looked one glance, I didn't even.
That's what I did too. I was like, okay, cool.
I just looked, and by the time I got to 3, 4, 5, and I realized I didn't see Tupac Shakur, I said, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm at the 5th name and there's no Tupac.
Yeah.
This ain't for me. Whoever these lists are for is not for people like me.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. This is for, obviously, this is another agenda for somebody else. This ain't for, you know, real rap, hip-hop lovers.
And you look at the artists on the list, most of them will point to Tupac as being one of their biggest influence. So it's just,
I would have put Eazy-E over half of those names on there.
For the impact especially.
I would have put Eazy-E. Ruthless Records. Don't ever disrespect the culture. Don't ever play yourself.
Eazy did so much. People forget that he was behind beyond the NWA. I mean, look at Bone, who Bone Thugs had one of the greatest runs too as a group in the 90s.
I say Eazy-E, you know, the brand he built himself.
Yeah.
Eazy-E, of course, NWA, of course, Ruthless Records. That's what made me, you know, that's what made the West, Ruthless Records.
What are you listening to right now, and what's kind of on top of your head in your playlist besides Black Market?
You know, I pretty much stick to the old stuff.
Favorite album? Or like right now, I'm not going to hold you to it forever, but like what's something that you're going back to a lot right now?
Like right now, I'm going back to Aquemini.
Such an incredible album, from front to back, from the intro to.
You know, I'm on house arrest, so I'm spinning vinyl every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing vinyl records, but
got into the craze.
I keep going back to that Aquemini album. You know, that first Outkast album, that Crumbling Herb record.
Yeah.
You know, Soul Food, Goody Mob, and then I go back even further on some Soul Food R&B.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially being in the A-Town, you gotta represent. Now, with you and seeing how kind of the landscape has changed so much in the music business from the time you came in when records were still selling to the path that you paved, I'd say, for mixtapes and putting out everybody with MMG to now entering a whole new era. What's your thoughts on music from the business perspective? Are you looking at selling albums? Is it still about just getting the music to the fans? How do you kind of approach it from the boss's perspective?
You know, I think I'm going to always be a music first person. I think that's just the artist in me, you know, because if the music ain't dope, it ain't hot, we can't do shit no way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we got something that's dope, we got some shit that's hot, then the options or the opportunities are endless. You know what I mean? So let's focus on the music first. From that point, then anything else that we could attach to that and successfully build a brand, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because the more things we bring to the table, the more paper we get. You know, it only makes us more powerful, which means we could finance other dreams, other visions. You know, this Dash radios, and you know that's what it take to pull these type of moves. Yeah. So you know that's what you want to do. You want to build a brand, and you know if it's something somebody trusts. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is with me. You know what I mean?
Now, one thing that's changed a lot is social media, just in terms of how you have to, almost as an artist, there's so much more that goes into it than just the music right now. There's a lot of dope artists, but they might not have that brand and that building. How do you approach that, especially being from the other generation that didn't start with that, now moving into that and seeing how so many people jump into that? And there's obviously drama and all those things, but how do you kind of approach social media today and where? And you've done a great job with it too.
You know, I think it really depends on the person, and you know, I feel like my Twitter is 99% promotion, 1% emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's tough sometimes to lay back, right?
I'm just keeping it real. Like I never had a Twitter fight, like a back and forth. I ain't tripping. If that's your opinion, that's cool, family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, but I'm a firm believer in you let your hustle speak for itself. Mm-hmm. You let your music speak for itself. Cool. If I got a problem with something, I know how to address it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to drop something and then we're going to see if we make the tide turn. Yeah. That's my job. Other than that, I'm not finna, argue or woo. But social media is, to me, I just look at it and take it for what it is. If you let it empower you, it most definitely can destroy you.
Yeah.
But if you take it for what it is, like me, I feel like motherfuckers know when you come to Rozay timeline, you can pop shit because Rozay, every blue moon I might slide in the DM and be like, what's up, geek? You know what I'm saying? Post all my links now, you know what I'm saying? Screenshot this, you know what I'm saying? And just talk a little, chick might come say something slick. I might be like, yo, baby, your nose long, fall back. You know what I'm saying? Just on some, if we sitting there and we laughing. But other than that, we not really going to go back and forth or, beef. We understand coming, whatever it is.
Yeah, what do you think? It's so interesting how the times change over that and how, social media, so many things go down on that now instead of a lot of times the music, it feels like.
And that's what it's about. Once you let it get away from that, that's when you losing.
Yeah.
As an artist, keep it about the music. If somebody come and they want to share an opinion, that's cool. Anything other than that, you're a donkey. And you're labeled that, and we don't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying?
We were just talking about social media, and it's funny because I got the Snapchat, and you got the pair next to your name. I'm putting you on Snapchat right now.
Believe that. Shout out to Snapchat. You know what I mean? I was one of the first 6 people to be verified on Snapchat.
With the pair. I love it.
I
gotta get like a ski or something for mine, man. So like, what can we do? I need your help on that, Rozay. What's up?
That's easy, man. We just got to reach out to the homies over at Snapchat. It's easy.
You got to get you get it.
Young Sav got all those plugs.
Shout out to Young Sav. Shout out to your whole team, man. You got such an incredible team that's done so many things like behind you, and that has gone on to do like so many things outside of just the music. How important is it having the right people around, and how do you find the right people?
That's what it's all about, really. Your team. You know what I mean? Your support team, and that's what I always talk about. Teamwork make the dream work. When you hear me say the untouchable empire, well, it's not just about Rick Ross or Renzel. It's not just about that. It's about everybody else, all the other artists. Everybody stars in their own right. You know what I mean? Potential bigger stars than myself, as well as all the executives. Young Sam Sneak in the building.
Yeah.
I gave him a job. He snuck in the club when he was 14, before I ever had a show, and he was asking me about being a DJ, and I just looked at him. Yeah, you my DJ. I ain't even need a damn DJ.
And now the rest is history.
And from since then, it's just grew into he just was promoted to an MMG A&R maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we congratulating him for that.
Congrats, man. What's the ultimate goal for Ricky Rozay when we look back on your career and your life? What do you want people to remember and look back and say?
Coming from my city, I just want to make sure that they know that I opened the pipeline, gave them some game. Because the ones that came before me in my city, they never retained ownership or nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about at the end of the day. Let's give each other some blueprint. Let's give each other a little game. Let's show each other how we, not only do we go get it, but we keep it.
I think that's so important because one thing because I've sat there in some of these business meetings with you and you're big, not just on like, hey, let me come in and own this and take this. You're like, yo, let's do this together. I'll open up these doors and show you how to do it so you can go do the same thing.
Right. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And that's the mold that I use with my family, my homies, and that's why these dudes get in power.
Yeah.
You know, Wale has his own brand. You know, Meek Mill has his own brand. Shout out to Gunplay. Gunplay has his own brand. Gunplay running around somewhere getting money and doing his own thing. Rocky Fresh coming in.
Yeah,
you know, Fat Trail and, you know, Stally and, you know, of course, Omarion. And I just want to see everybody shine.
Yes, that's what it's all about, and that's what they do. I heard Meek's got some crazy new stuff coming, right?
Yeah, Meek finna get ready to drop Dream Chasers 4 end of December. If you go to my Snapchat, Ferrari Fat Boy, you'll see us in the studio. It was actually last night.
You got records after records after records. Now, despite all the success, everybody sees and knows not everything's all positive and stuff. How do you fight through those bad times to stick with it so you can, you know, come out positively and keep building the empire bigger and bigger? And you've done this over and over. There's always been some negative stuff, but it always flips. And
it's because I understand, you know, when things are really bad in life, the real things that really matter in life. You know, you see some things on Twitter. Is that serious? Not to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I've always been able to deal with certain things, you know, with a certain level of calm. Because when it's real, and when it's something else that, you know, you can make a phone call about, that's what it is.
No, you're real. I mean, like you said, to put it in perspective, look at all the other crazy things going on in the world.
Oh, yeah. Let's pray for Paris. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
Yeah. All this other stuff.
That's real. When you get the call and, you know, your real loved ones tangled up in some realness.
Yeah.
You know, anything else, you know, other than that, it's like, yo.
Yeah, putting it in perspective, Rick Ross, Black Market. I want to talk about this art. It's so dope. I saw the cover. What are all the words in your beard? I was trying to look at it earlier.
All the words come from, you know, different things I've said over time, you know, just time periods and, you know, different titles, so on and so forth. And I love the title. I actually started using it back for the Black Dollar mixtape.
Yeah.
It just felt real, like, you know, like I felt like it was holograms.
Nah, it's killing, dude. All aspects. You always are so buttoned up from everything, from the visuals to the art to obviously the music.
Right here in the middle of the beard, it say the chain of the light bills.
Damn. This is crazy. We got to get you to sign some of these. We're going to give some of these away. Hit us up at @_radio, at DJ Skee. Rick Ross, thank you for taking the time out and spending it with us up here in the Dash Radio HQ in the Ski Lodge.
Man, you know, anytime I come on the West Side, I got to come check in with my family, you know, the loyal listeners. And these are real hip-hop music lovers that's tuned into you. You know what I mean? And so that's why we give them the game.
That's what it's all about. Rick Ross, thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's Dash Radio, Black Market. Go grab that.
You already know, December 4th.
Yes, we out.